You're gonna love these. I'm gonna show you how to make them. They're simple. It's fried food, yes, okay, no problem. Once in a while is okay. This is delicious. I can't wait to eat them. Here we go. This greatness. Spinach leaves, say baby spinach, English spinach. Silver beet and kale kind of don't work. It's kind of really strong. But if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do it. It's going to change the flavour though. You know, just remember that. This is what I use and it works. So baby spinach definitely works. So this is how you cheek a tomato. So see my knife is flat, Gigi? I'm just going to run that and I'm just going to take that out. I can use that in something else, keep it for tomato sauce, whatever. This is called cheeking a tomato. And then what you're going to do with that, I'm just going to set that aside, is you're going to julienne it. So julienne means long strips, so have a look at this. Nice long strips. I definitely want some chili in there, so if you don't like hot food either, just keep it out. I'm just going to put a little bit in. Is that going to be all right for you, Gungun? Okay, so we need besan flour. Besan flour is chickpea flour. So chickpeas grounded down into a flour. It's lovely, it's earthy, it's delicious. There's something about it, it's yummy, it's amazing, you'll love it. You're going to add curry powder, some cumin seeds, some Nigeria seeds into there. So just a little bit of water at a time. And besan flour is quite lumpy too. So I look at this, Gungun. It's kind of very dry and breaking down the lumps. I'm adding a little bit more water at a time. It's manageable. Salt, building blocks of flavour. And this is where I'm going to taste to see where I'm at. Besan flour is so earthy. It's hard to explain. This is what you're going to do. This is the coriander, just chopped it up a little bit rough. This is the chili, tomatoes. Follow the recipe of the ingredients of how much to put in there. Don't do what I'm doing. You're going to add the spinach leaves to it. You're probably thinking, why doesn't she cut the spinach leaves? Well, I like that flaky, battery deliciousness around the leaves. So now I'm going to get some of this mix. Now I'm not making a ball, I'm making it quite flat, as you can see. Now watch this, just be mindful. Very slowly, I'm not touching the bottom of the pan yet. Not touching the bottom of the pan, I'm kind of lifting it off. Kind of dropped in there. Grab another one. Just slowly, okay. Slowly let it just release into there. I'm going to turn down my oil because I know it's quite hot. Just to see how golden it is, and it's not really, is it? It's just a little bit of colour, so we want more colour. Okay, I'm going to turn them over. Look at the colour now. A little bit more colour, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay. All right. You want these to drain really, really well. Nice and crunchy. That's why I keep the spinach quite large. See how it's those little leaves of crunchiness? I love that. I freaking love that. And see how I'm draining them? Kind of just standing them up on the side. So that all that oil kind of drains out as much as possible. I want a little sprinkling of salt. Just a little bit on there. And then, oh, crunchy and delicious. Oh my gosh, they're hot, so be careful. This is it. Beautiful vegetarian, actually vegan pakoras that are gluten-free. But when I was asking her about what ramen is, she goes, it's kind of creamy, you can get kind of watery ones, and it's all about the broth cooking for hours and hours and hours over time. And the noodle masters make these amazing noodles, and there are ramen masters all around the world, which we celebrate you. Absolutely. Thank you for bringing this to us. So come over this way, everybody, and you're going to add to your pot and some miso paste. And now we're going to start to build. We're building this incredible broth. It's so cool that I nailed it the first time, and she was impressed. When she's impressed, I'm like, okay. So the miso is in the water. We want that to dissolve, and see how it's dissolved slowly, right? So I just kind of push around here and then get it into the water, and it just dissolved. It's beautiful. Or you can use a whisk, either. So we're going to add our miso, add some tamari, and then we're going to get kind of really weird on us, all right? We're going to add some tahini. Sesame is quite a common Japanese flavour, so why wouldn't I just use sesame oil? You know, interesting, right? Because I found that all that oil would sit on the surface, and I didn't really like that. Yum. I've got a fine grater here for this ginger, and I want it to be quite fine. As you can see, it's turning into mush, which is exactly what we want. Okay, let's give it a stir. It's on high heat. This is now, we taste it to see where we're at. Oh my God, that's amazing. Still on high heat, and then we're going to add our shiitake mushrooms, which is going to give it some really yummy flavour into this. I love that I have fresh shiitake mushrooms. I find them to be really delicious and nutritious. And it's true, it is. These noodles are not going to take long. Just allow them to do their thing. All right, let's just let those noodles do their thing. It's so tasty. I mean, how can water and some tahini, some miso paste and some tamari be that good? I'm going to add some carrot, tempeh. I'm going to add my bok choy. Just going to put it around the side here. I'll let it just bathe in this beautiful broth. Yeah, I want it to be whole because bok choy just kind of falls apart, right? It just kind of disintegrates into these little leaves. I want like nice big pieces to float around. So when I'm slurping up my ramen with my chopsticks, I'm grabbing that bok choy as well. I don't want little pieces of it. This is going to go just to the side here. And everything's kind of bathing in this broth. I'm going to add my cashew milk. I know, right? It's really quite strange. This is going to add the creaminess. If you can't have cashew milk, you could have a soy milk, a coconut milk. Oh, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it? All right, over to our bench. Into the center. Beautiful isms here. And it's a great little soup for the big kids and the small kids. There we go. This is a really cool recipe. It's a spin-off from my potato bake out of my cookbook, Plant-Based Love Stories. It's really delicious. So cashews into the blender. Water into blender. Okay. And I want some savoury yeast because I want it to be cheesy. And sometimes it's yellow and sometimes it's not. We're going to blend this. Delicious and nutritious. We're going to mix this together. Okay. As I'm mixing this through, I'm kind of separating the pumpkin like this and making sure that all the glory is coating all the other glory. Oh my God, it's amazing. I'm kind of layering it a little, so have a look at this. and see how the actual pumpkin is on the top and there's little bits in between everything. All right. Yes, 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 yes. Into the oven. I want this to just glide through. I don't even want to push it, right? 20 minutes, just leave it sit there and then we'll scoop it out and eat it. Oh, it's just sunk down. So it's just kind of like deflated. Thank goodness. Here we go, everybody. Whoa. I know, it is a wow moment, isn't it? It is great.